2022 has been a year like no other. Economic, environmental, and geopolitical turmoil have defined the past 12 months in a year that saw the death of the UK's Queen Elizabeth II and the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. Here is what happened in 2022. Inflation surges around the world. Inflation has been unusually high in countries around the world in 2022. For example, price increases in the US peaked at more than 9.1% in June and at 11.1% in the UK in October. This has resulted in a cost of living crisis, with many families, even in some of the world's wealthiest nations, being forced to choose between eating or heating this winter. The Omicron coronavirus variant spreads. The highly transmissible Omicron variant of COVID-19 spread around the world this year. Two Omicron cousins have also recently been named by the UK Health Security Agency as the virus continues to mutate. Russia invades Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine on 24th February, leading to global crisis for both food and energy, as well as displacing millions of people. US Supreme Court overturns abortion rights. In a controversial ruling on 24 June, the US Supreme Court revoked women's constitutional right to abortion, restoring the ability of individual states to determine a woman's reproductive rights. Record-breaking heat waves. Climate change has led to many record-breaking temperatures around the world. From runway melting to devastating wildfires, no country was safe from the extreme levels of heat experienced this year. Droughts around the world. This summer produced Europe's worst drought in 500 years, with two-thirds of the continent experiencing some sort of extreme heat warning. In China, factories were forced to shut down in August due to decreased water levels around the Yangtze River basin, which curbed electricity generation at hydropower plants. Flooding in Pakistan. Flooding in Pakistan from June to August killed more than 1,391 people and caused an estimated $30 billion in damage as houses, crops, and key infrastructure were swept away. Queen Elizabeth II passes away. Queen Elizabeth II died at Balmoral Castle in Scotland on 8 September and was succeeded by her eldest son, King Charles III. She died at 96 years of age after 70 years on the throne, making her the world's second longest ever reigning monarch. World population exceeds 8 billion. The world reached its first landmark of 1 billion people in 1803. Over 200 years later, on 15th November 2022, the world surpassed 8 billion people. COP27's Loss and Damage Fund for Vulnerable Countries. The fund agreed at the COP27 summit will support poor countries that are being heavily impacted by climate change, despite their historically low emissions. It will cover the cost of any climate-related damage that these countries cannot avoid or adapt to. For different news, please subscribe iNews 365 and click on all notification bell to get every news instantly to get yourself updated.